All right, everybody. Welcome to December 8th, Ortelius Microservice Visionaries. Basically, this is our contributor summit. We always start our summits out with what we call beer and donuts because we live in so many different places. Sometimes it's morning and sometimes it's night. So we are having beer and donuts for our to get started. I am going to do the fun part first. We are going to actually let's just go around and let's make sure everybody has introduced themselves because we get folks on these calls that we don't normally get on other calls. So let's just start at the top. Let's start with Sasha.
Hi everybody, I'm Sasha, straight out of South Africa, Cape Town. I don't even know how long I've been with Ortelius for now. I've totally forgotten, actually. It feels like I've been a lifetime. It's been a lot of fun, just meeting all kinds of amazing people. And it's great to have new people join. And I look forward to getting to know all of you. Cheers. And Karam is a Manchester United supporter.
That was not required.
So on that, Karam, why don't you introduce yourself and then you can shout out to the next person.
Sure. So my name is Karamjot Singh and I'm based out of India. And I've been working as a backend developer for the past 3 years. And I've been involved with, thanks to Tracy and Steve with Ortelius for about, say, last October. And the journey towards till now. So looking forward to interact with all of you.
And then pick somebody.
Ankur, why don't you go ahead?
Hey everyone, I'm the new guy here. I got introduced to Tracy and this awesome team through Siddharth, and thanks Siddharth for extending that. Right now, I'm gonna definitely start with the keynote and also help in whatever way, mostly from architecture and design standpoint and the end user community standpoint to the Ortelius community and see how it goes there. So I'm based out of LA. Los Angeles, California. So happy to get engaged with the community.
Welcome aboard.
Thank you.
So I'll go. Steve Taylor. I'm with Tracy and the PlayHub side, one of the originators of the Ortelius project. Go ahead, Turker.
Okay, so this is Türker. I'm joining from Istanbul, Turkey. So I still yet did not have the chance to contribute to anything, but I'm desperately looking for. So this last month was a total mess in the business way of my own, because all these Black Fridays and all these kind of e-commerce issues are stuck in November time. So it was really busy month. So therefore, I could not contribute to anything yet, but I'm looking forward to it.
And he has a little brother too who wants to get into data science. And Turkar,
yes,
Arvind, and we'll give the shout out to Arvind next, but Arvind is also interested in that. And we're still looking for a potential mentor for that group. So just keep that in mind.
Okay. Okay. I will keep that in mind and I will try to push him into the pool.
Yes.
To jump in, because he's, I think, waiting for the right time and the right place, I guess.
Yeah, Tucker, I am starting my data science journey very soon. So I've been experimenting a lot with SageMaker and mostly AWS data science of the world, but definitely we can partner to see how we can get into that.
Okay, maybe we can contact in a different time. Maybe just make a quick call altogether for that.
Yeah, but maybe in the beginning of the year we'll do like a data science working group, and try to get some of the university students in the fold, because it'll be a really great project for them to work on. It'll give them some real world data in the wild to work with.
Yes, I totally agree. So that's why I try to encourage him to be a part of something like this.
Arvind, why don't you go next?
Hi everyone, I am Arvind. I am from India and I am 19 years old. I started my coding from the front-end development, and then I am now attending a ML bootcamp. I would like to thank Brad McCoy for introducing me to this community. And after this, I started contributing to the community, and I am now a part of this. And also, I make some good friends. And I am going to shout out my closest friend there, Sergio Canals.
And he's really jumped in and been a great representation of his generation. He works very hard.
Hello, everybody. Well, sorry, I was, I'm doing the magic over here, so my brain was like tweaking some stuff. But okay, my name is Sergio. I'm talking. I'm sending to you from Chile in Latin America. I love to be here. It's like I think more than a year right now, and it's like every year, every moment we do this event. It's like so many things are been happening, so many things we have been doing. So it's great to do it right now. I already said I feel we are in Christmas, like I don't know, a lot of celebration and recognition. So it's pretty awesome, and I'm super happy that all the time. I think for the new people who's joining, you're going to have a great time over here. You're going to learn, you're going to share, and you're going to have a lot of fun. So that's all for me. Let's continue with Anne-Marie. Are you there, Anne-Marie?
Yes, I am. Thank you. So yeah, I'm Anne-Marie. I'm pretty new to this project, actually. And I am in Berlin, Germany, and I've been working with DevOps and microservices and, cloud technologies for several years now. And so I'm just, interested in this as a consumer of these types of technologies. And yeah, looking forward to seeing how I can contribute in the future. Oh, and I should nominate the next person. How about Siddharth?
Okay, thank you. Hello, my name is Siddharth. I'm based in New Delhi, India. I'm not sure what I'm contributing to Ortelius, but I'm sticking to Ortelius, for some reason or the other. And most importantly, the enthusiasm which I see every time when I have word with Tracy. And that enthusiasm has led me to, at this stage. And good to see, people like Ankur and Anne-Marie again contributing to this community. And I'm hopeful, when we have people like this and the other folks who are part of the event today, I'm pretty hopeful there is lot potential in Ortelius. So let's all keep contributing and let's all share and learn from this community. Thank you.
How about Utkarsh
Over
next?
To as Matt, call up Matt.
So my name's Matt. I'm 22. I'm a college student. I'm here to work kind of with Tracy and Steve together. I'm going to be helping out with like the sales side, as well as like the Twitch actually, and then the podcast as well. And I'm new here.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Utkarsh?
Yeah. Hi, everyone. So I have joined Ortelius 6 months back, and I've been in industry for like 3 years now and worked on a few of the projects as a cloud engineer. And in Ortelius, I'm looking at a few of the developer use cases to work on it as a developer and trying to learn the DevOps side as well. So I'm looking forward to learn and contribute more. Thanks, Ortelius.
And I think the last person would be Baka. Yep, we did Anne-Marie.
So James, I've been with Ortelius since day one, not a contributor. I am just sitting in the background, listening to all you folks. Good to see everybody from all over the world. So good job.
And did we miss anybody? If we did, just pop in. So what I'm going to ask everybody to do now is turn on their cameras turn off their mute. So I don't, and I'm going to take a picture of everyone. So if everybody can turn their cameras on. Come on, Utkarsh, don't be shy. Karam. Siddharth.
My camera froze just in time.
It's perfect. You have a perfect look on your face. So waiting for Siddharth and Utkarsh to turn your cameras on. And then
I
just
didn't have to say my age.
and then just hit your unmute button so we don't have a little red. There we go. Siddharth, you must have stepped away. Karam.
Karam says go on without me. I'm on another call too.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'll take a picture of who we got. All right. Where's my capture? All right, everybody. Everybody smile. I froze too for some reason. All right. Let me see this file. I did, but let me do one more. I know. I'm looking at.
Oh, my fingers.
Okay, everybody smile. I got it. That's a better one. All right. So let's do it. I'm going to share my screen. We're going to go over some of the elections. Share screen. All right. All right. So we're going to first walk through our Ambassador Recognition Awards. So we have for those of you who don't know, we have a recognition program. You can find out more about it in the Ortelius blogs, but there are basically three categories. There is an ambassador category, and those are individuals who have participated in outreach in some way, whether they created a blog, they've done presentations, they've worked on the Twitch channel, they've worked on the office hours, in some way they've contributed to in outreach. And then there is the champion program, which are the developers, people who are contributing to architecture, doing documentation, maybe doing support calls or doing testing. And then we have the legends, and the legends are people who are doing both and are working, have achieved certain levels in both categories. So we do these every 6 months. It's hard for us to actually, it takes us some time to actually put together all the numbers because we track attendance, we track what everybody's done. Steve has a little program that runs and looks at the pull request to calculate how many pull requests everybody's done. And so it takes us some time. So we do it every 6 months, and we have this particular program every 6 months. So we have our first gold winner of a gold recognition award, and that's Siddharth. Siddharth has been leading the charge for quite some time. Maybe not all of you know this, but Siddharth and I pretty much have weekly meetings. We go over anything that we feel like we need to work on, to tweak, or just to move the organization forward. So for example, Siddharth is working on swag right now. So he is the first person to get to the gold level. So everybody give an applause to Siddharth for all the hard work. We have now the silver ambassadors include Sasha, Sergio, and Karam. They have done a huge amount of work in outreach, particularly around things like the office hours. We're going to be doing more work around the podcast. As Matt indicated, he's going to be helping with it, since as we start moving these things forward, it takes a lot more work. But thank you to all of you for your contribution in this area. Aisha and Arvind, Ankur, Utkarsh, Saim, and Ujwal all are at the bronze level. And some of you, Ujwal has just jumped in and started making a contribution right away. Ujwal brought his company in. He's our first corporate contributor, so he has a group of developers who will be also working on Ortelius, and so we're excited to have him. All right. Our champions, we have 3 new silver champions. We have Brad McCoy, Sasha, and Utkarsh. I have to say, Brad and Sasha have done a lot of work around the GitOps project as well as Ben Poe. Now, sometimes we don't get to hear from Brad and Ben because they are in Australia and the time zone is really, really difficult. But Utkarsh, you have done an amazing job of just jumping in and really taking this on. So you got a double jump. You got bronze and silver because you were doing so many pull requests. So you are definitely a type A personality, and we're so happy to have you. And then we have those 2 who are really pushing for the legends. Our legends are Sergio and Aisha. This means that they have done work in both pull request or testing or documentation or architecture design, as well as outreach programs. And there's nobody who's been busier than these 2. Aisha has done a lot of work with Steve around the new architecture for the microservices. She's doing a presentation today. And Sergio is a force just within himself. I can't believe the work that this man can produce. And we have a new governing board. This will be our first year. 2022 will be our first year that we'll have a governing board. I will remain outside the governing board and remain as the community manager, community director that will answer to the governing board. If there's direction that needs to be taken, I'll be responsible for trying to push that direction. But our new folks are Brian Dawson from the Linux Foundation. So excited to have him. And Anne-Marie, who's also from Red Hat like Sergio, and we're so happy to have you. And I have to point out that while we have worked really hard on diversity and inclusion, we still are struggling with getting women involved in the open source community. So I'm really happy to see 2 women on our board. Aisha is the other woman who has stepped up. And then, of course, Siddharth. We wouldn't be able to move forward without Siddharth's leadership. And Sergio and Sasha both have really shown their commitment to this project and super deserve to be on this board. Our new ambassador committee chair, really stepping in and taking over from Siddharth, will be Saim. Saim's super excited about things like the like Buzzsprout and the office hours. So I'm guessing that Matt will be working closely with Saim to pull these things together, get a calendar of what topics we should have, and start pulling together the office hours as well as our podcast. And then drum roll, the person who won the new committee chair seat for our champions is Sergio. Yay, Sergio.
Yay! This is better than Christmas.
More work.
Thank you, Steve.
And I have to say
you're out, but it's still I am happy.
So, and Sergio, you won by a landslide. Everybody saw that you deserved this role, and I want to say thank you to those of you who pursued this role, particularly Arvind. Very brave of you to step up. I want to tell you, keep stepping up, because that's the way that you end up in these roles. So kudos to you for running. I'm very proud of you. And on that note, we're just going to cover what we're going to our lineup for today. We're going to start with our keynote. Ankur is going to cover what he calls kind of the 10 development challenges in a distributed architecture. Utkarsh has an extremely important presentation to do for anybody who wants to start contributing code. Now, it says contributing code, but what he's going to teach you is to get set up even to contribute documentation, to do testing, anything like that. Because some of you, I believe, could probably be working towards those recognition badges in the champion area, but you need a little more help, and Utkarsh is going to teach us how to do it. Aisha is going to cover the new architecture and why we went the direction we are going. We're creating kind of a hybrid model, and Aisha is going to cover that. She's been working with Steve on that for quite some time. And then Ujwal is going to, I've seen everybody's presentation. His presentation is very interesting. He's really going to talk about the steps required to modernize your software development and move into a cloud native world with microservices. And then we have the data science team. Arvind, again, he is very interested in this area, and we're hoping that we find an opportunity to build out that working group, because we have a lot of data that we are hoarding and we need to start leveraging it. And then I'm going to do some closing thoughts. I'm going to summarize what we've done this past year, some of our numbers, the pull requests, our social networking, just to kind of cover what we've done. And then I'll talk about the architecture moving forward and some of the projects that we will need to take on in 2022. Sergio will be our Twitch jockey, and the theme for for Twitch this year are sci-fi trailers. Last time we did 1950 sci-fis, which are still some of my favorite because they're hilarious. But that's what we'll be working. That's what we'll be seeing in Twitch. If you don't have a Twitch channel, a Twitch login, I suggest that you jump in and get yourself a Twitch login. We will be doing all of this on Twitch. Let me show you what that's going to look like. Let me get rid of this. So here is the Twitch channel. As you see now, I've replicated myself there, but you will notice that it has on the right-hand side, it has a chat. We'll be playing games that can be played in that chat, and we can talk to each other. So I highly recommend that you log in to the Twitch channel. Now, our Beer and Donuts and our Contributor Summit, we don't collect leads. We don't sell sponsorships. The whole reason and the whole purpose for it is to create a platform for us to share knowledge and create content that we can distribute through the course of the next 6 months, and provide individuals who have never presented before an opportunity to have something recorded and presented in a kind of an official presentation. This is part of the CD Foundation, which is part of the Linux Foundation, so it has some credibility. And when you go to submit for these talks, you oftentimes have to show what you've done before, and this gives you a platform to get started. So I would call this an entry-level kind of presentation. Think about it like Toastmasters, right? Toastmasters is you literally have competitions and you move up in Toastmasters. Well, this is your entry level for getting content that you can share to apply to be part of things like KubeCon, DevOps World, CDCon, and other industry conferences. So it's 8:30. We try to give breaks between this. So I say go get some fresh coffee, get your donuts or your beer, whichever it is that you're doing, and join us in about 15 minutes on the Twitch channel. Unless I've forgotten anything, has anybody else got anything that I should have added to this?
I think that's it. And we'll have a couple games that everybody will be able to participate in. They're kind of like web-based and off of the Twitch messaging section. So if you want to play, come on in. It's going to be pretty hilarious. Some of them, we did it earlier last week as a trial run, and it'll be a lot of fun.
And I have to say, we're all very lucky that we have somebody who's not only very technical, but can take on things like Twitch, and he can draw, because one of them is you have to guess what he's drawing. And no, I don't think I could have ever done it. He can sketch pretty quick. So thank you for being so talented, Sergio.
Thank you. I don't know. I feel afraid right now. You're putting too much pressure on me just with that comment. But
all right. We'll see all of you on the Twitch channel.
Thanks, everybody. We'll see you soon.
Bye.